Still, the knockout thrust Shakur back into heavy scrutiny, and Gervonta Davis doesn't hesitate to add fuel to the fire, openly questioning whether Shakur truly deserves to be mentioned among boxing's elite, and implying that his accomplishments don't live up to the reputation surrounding his name. The response comes across as more than simple analysis, sounding instead like an outlet for frustration that's been building for some time. As their rivalry quietly simmers beneath the surface, each interview and social media moment only deepens the feeling that this tension goes far beyond ordinary competitive rivalry.
Hey, the little one inside.
You don't gotta ask her, Rob.
Well, we need to make sure she's...
He's been branded as undisciplined, unfocused, and past his prime. Criticisms that hit especially hard for a fighter determined to cement his legacy before a possible retirement in 2025. At that stage, the narrative shifted beyond business and into something personal. Gervonta Davis, an unbeaten knockout artist with undeniable star power, has long stood as the defining figure of the lightweight division. The 30-year-old Baltimore standout is known for far more than explosive finishes. His swagger, confidence, and ability to dominate the spotlight have elevated him into a global boxing superstar.
Dude, see what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shaver was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition. He was doing that a lot.
And he got to be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you got to be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a real...
On the opposite side is Keyshawn Davis, a 25-year-old rising contender who has methodically worked his way up the ranks, building credibility through steady improvement, discipline, and consistent performances rather than taking the fast or easy route.
Davis, Keyshawn, this new guy, he's 140 pounds. He's not bad.
Yeah,
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there, isn't it?
Ooh, no, I thought he was...
Ooh, there we go right here.
Oh, yeah.
He's a young guy.
Nice combinations.
He's quick.
Good. Yeah. Ooh.
He's a harder puncher.
And,
The lightweight division is now his clear target, and he has openly stated that he sees the top spot as attainable, with Tank positioned as the final obstacle in his path.
I would prefer Tank Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would not Tank short it out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that. You got the power, you got the skill and ability. He's patient. You know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me. And I'm coming with that same shit he coming with. And he know that. His coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? So go fight from Cuba. No, nigga, I'm gonna fight Tank. Stop mentioning other people when I mention your fighter. What you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. Tank, you know.
Armed with a refined resume, unwavering confidence, and a deadly mix of speed and ability, Keyshawn keeps the boxing world locked in. He isn't pursuing hype. He's pursuing the throne, intent on showing he belongs among boxing's elite.
You know, you stole the show. You know, I know it's, you know, you're the main event. You're supposed to, but you delivered.
Right.
And you, after it, said, you know, knock, Tank.
Yeah.
I'm knocking on the door. You came over here, said light skin. A lot of fight fans like when people call out and do things like that.
But only person that don't like it is him. He's kind of weird. But now he got no choice but to fight me. The fans want him to fight me. After what I just did tonight against a guy that's bigger than him, come on now. If I touch him, what's gonna happen? Talk about that. Everybody want to talk about, oh, Keyshawn, what if you touch you? What if I touch him? Yeah, okay. Come on.
As the press conference approached, most fans anticipated tension. But what actually happened went beyond expectations. From the instant they sat down, it was clear Tank was already on edge, his frustration written all over his face. Language told the story immediately. Tank wasn't there to joke around or entertain anything playful. Keyshawn, calm and confident with a grin on his face, seemed fully aware of how to get under his skin. He laughed, leaned forward, and kept prodding until Tank finally lost his composure. According to those in the room, Tank tried to throw a punch, but security reacted fast, stepping in before things could spiral into a full-blown fight. Rather than backing down, Keyshawn appeared to relish the moment, continuing to taunt and inflame the situation. Several security members had to intervene to pull them apart and bring the chaos under control. This isn't just a typical boxing rivalry, and that's what makes it so explosive. There's an added dimension that raises the stakes even higher. Keyshawn's ties to Floyd Mayweather shift the entire dynamic and turn an already tense situation into something far more personal and volatile.
Floyd fucked with DB3. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, he came up and asked about me first, and he was like, yeah, I see your two brothers going crazy too. Ain't your youngest one going to the Olympics? Like, what's his name? Keon. Like, your other one's signed with you with top rank too. Like, he loved us as a group.
So he already knew you, like, prior? Like, you didn't even have to explain,
you feel me? Like, of course he knew me, but he also knew my two other brothers as well. So I'm like, damn, Floyd paying attention. Like, he really fuck with us. Maybe because we carry ourselves as a family and we just so strong with that. Or maybe because we just can fucking fight too. You know what I'm saying? He never really went into details on how he knew us. But when he did that shit at his gym, and he told me that, I'm like, damn, like, he different. I text Floyd the other day, like, Floyd, he like, man, anytime, family, you just let me know. I can call Floyd right now, he fuck around and answer, you know what I mean? So, Floyd's a real nigga, I'm not gonna lie.
Floyd Mayweather, once Tank's mentor, shares a fractured history with Davis after their very public split left lasting damage to their professional bond. Now, with Keyshawn training under Mayweather, the situation cuts deeper than competition alone. Floyd's visible support of Keyshawn adds an emotional edge, transforming the rivalry into something driven by pride, unresolved tension, and the feeling of betrayal between former allies. To fully understand why this press conference carried so much weight, you have to trace the history between these two fighters and see how the tension gradually built into genuine bad blood.
Luckily, now I got the chance to be around Floyd Mayweather. He been calling me now, he been texting me now. The whole last camp, I was in Floyd's gym. He closing down the gym for me. I'm working pads with him. He working pads with me and my brother Kelvin. Me and Kelvin sparring in front of Floyd, like he coaching him. Like now it's like, damn, Shakur, Terrence, and Floyd now. So, man, I honestly think that's God. Like, if you really look at it, what professional fighters out here just have a strong circle as strong as like ours. Like, you got the best prospect. Then you got Shakur. Then you got Terrence Crawford. And then outside of our circle, we got Floyd Mayweather also tapping in with us. You know what I mean? Like, our circle is really crazy. It's really crazy, and it shows to where when we fight, it's always our opponents. It's never a close fight. Even with Terrence, it's never a close fight. And we feel.
To understand why this press conference was such a big deal, you have to look at the history between the
kid posted those messages about me sparring. I was really looking at it like, okay, so what? That I DM'd you about sparring. So what? No cap. Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of shit? So what? So what? What was his point in even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coattail? Like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro. I don't need you, bro. I do not need you, bro. I don't. If you want to fight me, send me a contract, but if you don't, I'm going to be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm going to make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you. Little dude, little dwarf, Oopa Loopa.
The tension between Gervonta and Keyshawn had been simmering for months. It began online, with Keyshawn accusing Tank of ducking dangerous opponents and shielding his undefeated record. Publicly, Tank played it off, but behind the scenes, the disrespect clearly lingered. That press conference became the breaking point. Tank charging at Keyshawn wasn't just anger, it was a statement. He still owns the division, and anyone questioning that would face the consequences. The situation escalated further when Keyshawn took shots at Tank's family, crossing another line, prompting Tank's brother to respond and underline just how serious things had become. For Keyshawn, it was likely a wake-up call. Confidence alone isn't enough. This moment exposed the gap between them, not just in skill, but in presence, authority, and command of the room. Now, the only logical conclusion is the ring. Fans are clamoring for it, and the chaos of the press conference has only heightened anticipation for the inevitable showdown.
Watch it, but I saw it was an early knockout. You know, he come out sharp and put the man to sleep. You know, so you know he is next up. He's going to be a great fighter.
He's calling for Tank. Now
he beats Tank.
Yeah, you think so?
Keyshawn Davis beats Tank, in my opinion. I believe he'll give him a good ass spanking.
Tank has suggested that 2025 could be the final chapter of his career, which means every choice from this point forward is focused on protecting his undefeated record and cementing his legacy as one of boxing's top fighters.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight, you're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
With retirement rumors circulating, some fans are starting to wonder just how focused Tank really is and whether his commitment to boxing remains as sharp as ever.
Are you retiring?
What trash? What changed? What made you trash? Garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTB, who will be?
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything? Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby usually they're around to?
You think you might be gaining the love for it though? You never know. Like, you know, like say you got to walk today.
That's exactly what makes a matchup with Keyshawn Davis so dangerous. He's young, driven, and technically sharp, equipped with everything needed to possibly hand Tank his first career defeat.
Is Keyshawn ready based on this performance to take on Tank Davis, and how does that fight play out?
I feel like Keyshawn is ready to take on a guy like Tank. I think that Keyshawn is one of the most skillful fighters in the sport of boxing. I always told Keyshawn since a young kid he can fight. I just don't like the simple fact that he's running on media and not keeping a buck, saying that he was beating me up and Shakur had to like rile me up to spar him. Because this make no sense. Shakur is a better boxer than Keyshawn, and if I'm in there doing millions of rounds with Shakur, what makes you think that Shakur has to hype me up to spar Keyshawn? Like, it's that, but it is what it is. He got to hype himself up. He got to build himself. I don't really try to pay too much mind to that, but like I said, Keyshawn is a great fighter. I always thought Keyshawn was a great fighter.
Many experts are favoring Keyshawn, and that level of backing speaks volumes about just how seriously the boxing world views him as a legitimate threat.